I'm Ashton Addison from Blockwest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Philip Blows, CEO and co-founder of AQRU. Phil, welcome to the show, and thank you for taking the time.
Thank you very much for having us.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to dive into AQRU. More people are accruing interest at a higher percent than ever in traditional finance, and it's only continuing to grow with DeFi exploding and more people that aren't really in cryptocurrency understanding the benefits of accruing interest with digital assets. And with that said, I would love for you, in your words, to start us off with just a little high-level overview of what is AQRU and what are the solutions that you're bringing to the financial space.
Absolutely. So we found AQRU because we, like you just said, had seen there's these amazing yields to be had in the world of digital assets. But for the average investor, it remained really, really difficult, expensive, risky, and complex to access them. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to build an app that was the simplest place possible to either transfer an existing crypto portfolio or in order just to put normal cash or money onto the account and convert it into crypto and start earning the highest yields around on those assets. But just take away all of that complexity, the gas costs, the wallet management that so many people find tricky. Mm-hmm. And just make it a really nice user experience and back it up with great customer service and engaging content to educate the user. And so that's what we've set up.
Definitely. Yeah. And you're right. Even with DeFi, and decentralized finance, where you have to, you have custody of your own coins and you have to manage through the contracts and pay the gas fees. It is technical, even for people that are in cryptocurrency. And that's why there's so many people that are holding Bitcoin and Ethereum that aren't really putting it to use, or even stablecoins, because the technical barriers to understand to make sure that they're not doing anything wrong and that they're putting their funds in a safe place and that they're not going to lose it, and send something to the wrong address and it's gone. But at the same time, this, I think AQRU is the perfect solution for those people that are already holding and they're like, oh, I can easily earn yields on my digital assets safely, but also the people that aren't in cryptocurrency overall that are like, hey, not only can I there's this Bitcoin thing and stable coins, but the interest is, I haven't seen this before in traditional finance. Like, why am I getting really good interest, And I'm curious if, AQRU, where you're positioning yourselves, are you really catering to both of those kinds of customers where people are in crypto and not in crypto as well?
Yeah, so I think the ability just to be able to easily fund your account via a traditional bank transfer is very much catering for that crypto novice or the traditional investor who, as you said, has probably had if they've invested a small amount of crypto before, it's sitting in a large exchange account, probably not earning any kind of interest. They may not even be aware that you can earn interest. So what we're trying to do is make the whole journey from traditional money through to earning interest as easy as possible. And we've been really lucky, and I think it's one key differentiator of the business is just how operationally slick the tool is. So once you're signed up, you can generally fund the account via a bank transfer. It takes under about 30 seconds. You can then buy the crypto, whichever it is, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or a stable coin. We charge no fees for that process. And then you're instantly earning crypto that's paid out every second and can be withdrawn anytime. So it's there's no kind of weekly payouts that you've seen where you build up your earnings and you can take it out the week, and then some of those earnings might be in some strange coin that you can't take out for 3 months. All of that complexity is being removed, and I think that's really catering for the person who's saying, look, I just want these yields seem great. I just want access to them. I don't want any of the complexity. I don't want any strange coins. I want the ability to come out to my normal currency that I'm used to at any time, and making it really simple, quick, and easy to do that. That's who we're catering for. But I think there also is a slightly more that's bringing new people into the world of crypto, and we're passionate about it being the bridge between traditional finance and decentralized finance. But at the same time, there's people just sitting on crypto, which maybe they're thinking, look, I haven't got into staking, it's too expensive, or it's too risky. And what we're really keen to sort of demonstrate is we've built a bank grade infrastructure in our custody solution, trying to make this as safe as possible in the world of crypto. So hopefully it gives people who maybe have been on the sidelines with their crypto portfolios the confidence now to come and actually start earning interest on them for the first time.
Definitely, yeah, both of those are important. And I was looking at the platform, and in terms of like the first assets and the returns, somebody's like, they've never earned yield on any digital assets before, and they're going to the platform. I saw, I saw one number on the platform of like 12%, but maybe you can talk about, on average, what are the assets that are first being able to deposit, and what did those yields look like?
Yeah, so we've really kept it pretty simple to begin with. So we've got stablecoins, which for those people who don't know what they are, they're effectively cryptocurrencies that are pegged to the value of the US dollar. So what that's done is it's taken all of the volatility, the price volatility that you see in some of the better known cryptocurrencies out of that investment. And really it's just paying you a yield. So although it's crypto, it's kind of return profile looks a lot more like what people would think of as a bond. The other things that we have on the platform are Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we pay a 7% yield on those. What is quite, I think, quite important to note, a lot of our competitors are a little bit cheeky in this area. They say, okay, we'll pay you a percentage which is usually lower than our percentages, but they'll only pay you that on the first, say, $10,000 or the first half of Bitcoin. And after that, it craters, and you end up, some of the biggest providers in the market, they're paying sub 1% yields on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wow. Our yields are set at those levels. So it's proved attractive for a lot of larger investors as well, who maybe are a bit tired of getting good yields on the first part of their portfolio, but then not so much on the rest, which is pretty attractive.
I did see some major whales that were posting about how they were earning a lot of interest on some of the platforms, and like literally the next day or the next week, that platform dropped their interest like significantly. And so if you have a lot of money, that's good to know. I didn't know that about AQRU. And I was going to ask you, because there are some other centralized kind of lending yield earning platforms, and how do you get that competitive advantage when there's other platforms in there? Like, is it just the best yield? Is it the best user experience? It sounds like from what you've said, you do have very competitive yields, and especially when there's more capital, and also you're trying to make it a very good user experience. Are those sort of the two priorities in capturing the market, or is there something else as well?
I think at its most fundamental level, we've got to compete and be aggressive on the yields that we pay, and we want to be the best yields in the market. Then in terms of how else we're differentiating ourselves, it's trying to make it flexible, and so we don't have any ties in, where a lot of other companies will have lock-in periods to earn decent levels of interest, or will only pay rewards infrequently. We accrue rewards by the second, and we pay out daily. So it's that gives people a lot more flexibility. But also we've hired an amazing team in our customer service team, who are on hand 24/7 to answer questions, to educate our users, and to make it a good user experience. Because anyone who's been in crypto for any period of time has probably had an issue. And we know of some big exchanges who've had backlogs of millions of queries. So it takes them months to get through them. They're kind of victims of their own success. And we are front running our kind of needs in the customer service team to make sure that we are always well supported and well staffed there. So hopefully people who have, maybe they've been close to taking the plunge into crypto and said, if I could just talk to someone and get a bit of reassurance, and they haven't found that reassurance previously because they haven't been able to get through a platform, they're going to get that with us. So that, I feel, is going to be a big differentiator, especially for those newer participants in the crypto market.
Definitely. And there's still a lot of people that aren't staking their basic, mainstream digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins. But also in DeFi, part of the reason that is exploded is there's all these other financial products that are available for more people when they get more advanced, which are higher risk and higher reward. Is that something, not high risk, but is that something that AQRU is looking into, where maybe you'll add more assets in the future or other kind of financial products that are in decentralized finance?
The crypto market is, the pace of innovation is incredible. And I think what we found is, if you rewind 3 years ago, the top 10 coins 3 years ago, 70% of them aren't there anymore, which is crazy. And what we don't want, and what we think that target market that we're going after, which is longer term crypto investors, I would hate to have an asset on the platform which we'd put there and people are assuming because the asset is there that we've done our due diligence on it, we believe in it in the long term, and then in a year, 2 years time, it's disappeared. So sure. We're really keen to be highly selective with the assets that we're putting on there. And not to say that Bitcoin and Ethereum that's there at the moment aren't volatile, because they are, but I think there's very few people who invest in crypto who don't believe that they will be there in 5 years time and hopefully be appreciate a lot more in value and how they're used than today. So we're going to be very selective about the assets that we add to the platform. And I think going back to that target market, you can make a lot of money in these crazy sort of volatilities, fluctuations that you see in these altcoins. It's not easy to do, and it doesn't really fit as with the long-term investment mindset that we're trying to encourage on our platform.
You're right, and I completely agree, and I like your answer, Phil. So that's great. And one other question is, with the platform right now, from what I understand, it's fairly, financial services like this and giving out interest is becoming more and more regulated as crypto and mainstream finance sort of blend into each other. Do people that are put their assets into AQRU, is that all assured, regulated, backed up? Maybe you can talk about that side of AQRU.
Absolutely. So in order for crypto to become a mass market product, you're going to need to get institutions involved. You're going to need to, it's going to have to permeate the whole of society. So that won't happen unless it's a regulated product. And at the moment, globally, there are not many fully regulated regimes. There are not actually many places where you can get regulated. It tends to be that you do registrations, and those registrations are very, very strict, where they're assessing your ability to spot money laundering, to know your customer, to manage risk and ensure that customers know risk well. So that is only increasing, but it's what is absolutely needed, because that's going to give customers the confidence that this is a product that people, regulators, and the company that you're dealing with is genuine and there, because that's what plagued the early crypto industry before these registrations came out. Was that there were just too many bad actors in the space, and increased regulations actually pushed a lot of them out of the market, which is great to see. So I think it's something as a business we need to be incredibly good at, is navigating the regulatory environment, and we're engaging with every regulator we need to in every jurisdiction that we're operating, and that's going to put us in a good position as regulations, because it's one of our core capabilities. The management team has come from the traditional world of finance and is used to working in a fully compliant or regulated and MiFID compliant way. So that's quite a good skill set that we have internally that we will be continuing to develop as the crypto regulations develop. But that is going to be the catalyst to institutional adoption and wider adoption. So we're doing everything we can to try and get it out in the open if we possibly can.
Definitely. I like to hear it, Phil. And with that, 2021 was super explosive for DeFi, and a lot of institutions coming in, not just in the metaverse and gaming, but overall in custody, yielding, holding large amounts of digital assets. And I expect that to continue and maybe even accelerate throughout 2022. And I would love to know your prediction for how you see AQRU growing throughout 2022 as the industry continues to explode.
I mean, we've got some amazing use cases where we've seen our competitors in a very, very short period of time build billions of dollars of assets on their platform. We're paying higher yields. We're more attractive to their larger customers. We've got a great team, really good user experience on a product that is, there's app on it's available on the App Store, Android and web, which a lot of our competitors haven't even done after being in operation a lot longer than us. So we're more accessible, we're higher yielding, and hopefully easier to deal with than a lot of the competition out there. So we're looking to attract a lot of the existing customers in the crypto industry to our platform, but at the same time open up investors who've never done this before and show them that this should be a part of any diversified portfolio. Yeah, we're not saying it should be a massive part. We're saying crypto assets should be 5-10% of a diversified portfolio, because it's been the best performing asset class in the last 10 years. So yeah. I think that message as it goes out, that's what we're pushing, and seeing 2022 be an explosive year where we're building significant assets on the platform. I think we're poised to do that.
Great to hear, Phil. And for the viewers that are looking to start earning yield on AQRU and learn more, ask questions, join the communities, to hear what other people are saying about AQRU, what is the best way for them to get involved?
The best way is to download the app or visit the website, which is AQRU.io, or just look on the Android or App Store. The great thing is, the moment you get into the app, you'll see a pop-up, and we've got a highly responsive customer service team just waiting to answer your questions. So yeah, I see a log of all of these questions as well, and I'll reach out to customers, because keeping the customers' concerns, queries is core to us improving the product over time. So the whole management team read all of them. So we will reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear from people as well. And yeah, we're very, very open and transparent. So very easy to contact with.
I will leave all those links in the description box below for easy access for the viewers as well. Thank you so much for taking the time, Philip, to come on and talk about AQRU. All the best in 2022 and beyond. I know we will speak before then in the coming months. I would love to follow up and look at the progress and see just how explosive DeFi and yield earning is going to be for digital assets this year. I think it's going to be the best yet, and I'm wishing you all the best. So let's follow up in the near future.
Thanks so much, Ashton. Appreciate the time.